Hi, and welcome to episode 34 of The Whole Story. I'm Charlotte. I'm joined by Paul, who's going to show us traffic management changes.
Yes, excited by this one, Charlotte. So there's two aspects to this one. So here I am on my applications and works list page. I'm going to cheat here, Charlotte. I'm going to go into a planned submitted permit, and I'm going to update the application. Do you know what? I think there's some people that don't know about this functionality, Charlotte. This basically is what I call edit before grant. So until it's been granted, you can just go in and edit this permit. So update application. Here we are on our work record page. Oh no, the permit page, forgive me. And I'm going to change the conditions. So this is a bit of a cheat rather than raising a permit from scratch. You see, we've now got, well, we've got a couple of things actually. We've got NCT 03. I know what you're thinking, Charlotte. Why isn't it 3A like it's 7A when there's no 7B? I don't know, Charlotte. I don't make the rules, but we've got NCT 03 in there. And more importantly, for this episode, we've got 9D. So I'm going to add condition 9D to this permit, and I'm going to put as discussed on site and emailed to you with TM plans. Our phasing here is 0, 1, 2. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. First to second, no carriageway incursion. Third to sixth, some carriageway incursion. 7th to 11th, lane closure. And I'm going to continue.
So just before you move on, Paul, can you explain the link between the condition and the updating of the traffic management?
Oh, blimey. Okay, so let me just get this submitted. Adding condition. Review changes before submitting. You can see here what I've changed. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Submit change. So condition 9D is for major works only, and it's for category 0, 1 and 2 roads, and it talks about giving a minimum of 3 days notice of changes to your traffic management, Charlotte. So when you're putting your PA in on your major works 10 days out, you've hit a minimum of 3 days in advance there, haven't you? Now, what I'm about to show you with change in the traffic management, that's much more heavily aimed at giving updated information to users of the highway. So you'll see here now, Charlotte, on this action screen, you don't see anything about updating traffic management. Why is that? That's because we're still at the work status planned here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my applications and work screen, and I'm going to find a job that is in progress. And now you see here, I've got this option to update my current traffic management type. So I can now update this to two-way signals, let's say. And you can see here we've got the recent change to put in our contact details. And I'm going to go continue. There you go. That's how easy it is, Charlotte. Current traffic management type updated. Do you know what? I can update it again if I want. Let's just say it's 3 days later and we've got rid of those signals on this job. I'm going to go back to some carriageway incursion. Now, Charlotte, we did the webinar and we had loads of questions about this. Yes, Street Manager lets you put in your current traffic management type as one that is higher than you've put in the permit. Why do we do this? To accurately reflect the reality of what's happened out on site. You know, why would I restrict you, give you a message that says you can't do this if something's gone wrong out on site and that's what you really have done? Also, we let you do it on all categories of road. You know, so there won't be many minor works on Cat 3 roads that have multiple stages of traffic management. But if the promoter wants to do it on a particular job, it can do. You know, it didn't make sense for us to, it's more effort for us to restrict it rather than just leave it on all jobs. But it's only required, I mean, the only requirement is that you add that condition. You've met your requirement by adding your condition. Updating your current traffic management type like this is going above and beyond. And the idea is that current traffic management type goes out into the world and updates the road user. The classic scenario is, Charlotte, that we've got we've recorded our most impactful traffic management type, which is road closure, let's say, but the road is only closed for 2 days out of a month-long job. But it appears on sat-nav systems that take data from Street Manager as if it's closed for a month. That's misleading, you know, and doesn't give people faith in the accuracy of our information. So if we can start saying the highest traffic management type on this job is road closure, but the current traffic management type is no carriageway incursion or whatever it might be, that is real progress that's, you know, gets me up in the morning. So I just wanted to show you the history here. You can see each time you change the traffic management, it creates a log in the history, which is good. And I just wanted to show you it on a map as well there, Charlotte. So view on map. Well, let's have a look at this job. You can see that we now have highest traffic management type, current traffic management type. Ignore the fact that I've not done a very good example here and my current one is above the highest one. That's just for demo purposes. But if parties that, you know, share data to road users do a similar thing to us, then we'll start to build up a better idea of what the traffic management is on site at any given time. Now, we had quite an excited webinar on this just recently, Charlotte. How can people access that webinar if they want to know more? And are there any questions that I've not covered there?
So if people want to catch up on the webinar that we did on this, they need to simply click on the original link that was sent out for the webinar, and that will take them to the recording. The only question that I just wanted to clarify, I think you touched upon it, is whether this is compulsory or voluntary.
Yeah, so it's compulsory to do your condition NCT 09D. That's compulsory on major works, 0, 1 and 2 roads. That's in the regs. It's not compulsory, as I interpret the regs, to do the updating of your traffic management, but Hawk England requested that we build that as part of this consultation work. And I fully endorse that, and I look forward to people starting to use that functionality on the busiest jobs. And part of my, not to get on my soapbox, Charlotte, but part of my vision for Street Manager is that we start to focus more on the most impactful works, and this is definitely a tool in the armor for doing that. There aren't that many jobs where you have these multiple phases of traffic management. And if we focus on delivering them efficiently, getting as much information out to road users as possible on this job, I think that leaves, improves the reputation of the streetworks industry, if you like, and starts to give faith in the quality of the data that we're putting out there. But hey, I'm a dreamer, Charlotte, forgive me.
Beautifully put, Paul. Join us on the next episode of The Whole Story.